Good afternoon, everyone. Aron here from the Worley Bugger Fly Company, bringing you your weekly Yakima River fly fishing report via the Upper Yakima River. River's in fantastic shape, clear as clear can be. Started out about 20 this morning. We're kind of looking at some hotter weather towards the end of the week. So obviously the river's coming up to coincide with that. They're going to need as much water as they can get down there in the basin, as we are on water rations. But anyhow, fishing has been okay. Wouldn't say overly great, but just okay. Nymphing's been good. Dry fly's been hit and miss, depending on the wind. The days where it's not so windy that you can't fish, it's been okay, but on the windy days, not so much. Nymphing's pretty much been the mainstay, or dry dropper. Bug wise, getting a little short on hatches, few caddis around, few yellow sallies around, few PMDs around, but we're kind of starting to look more towards that terrestrial time of the year, so I'd start probably buying and tying hoppers, ants, beetles, and then obviously fishing that with a little mayfly of some sort underneath. That's a pretty good system in the summer months.
Morning, everybody. This is Steve from the Worley Bugger. It's June 26th, 2025. Down here right above Ringer Road on the Yakima River. Give you your weekly report here in the Lower Farmlands. You can see the river. Lots of water. So into the first week of summer and typical high flows on the Yakima River. This is what you can expect over the next several weeks. We're going to see these high volumes moving throughout the entire system. Had folks in the store this past week that come to the river and they're absolutely surprised to see this much volume of water in the system, but there's not many rivers in the Pacific Northwest that operate like this. About the closest, I would say, like sister cousin river that operates much like the Yakima does is the Kootenai River in northwest Montana. It has big volumes of water that are drawn out of the reservoir there too, and run super high during the summer. But most rivers are dropping in flow this time of year after their runoff. The Yakima is increasing for agricultural use in 3 separate counties. The water flows all the way from Snoqualmie Pass in the headwaters all the way to West Richland, dumps into the mighty Columbia River there. In between those points, it's used by local irrigators, farmers, ranchers, whoever has water rights, even people that don't have water rights. Our lower river, where we do primarily bass fishing, is, running at around 600 today. The water gets sucked out down there by everybody that lives along the river to water their grass, which is a shame. But you can expect these high volumes of water. Of course, again, you've heard us, if you're following, the last several weeks we are in a drought. So the river is not running at its typical summer flow. It's usually a lot higher than this, so you have to be very, very careful. Like Aron always says, keep your head on a swivel. Don't take any chances, when you're floating in a boat. If you're unsure, floating through different sections of the river, it's advisable to get out of your boat and pull it up or pull it away from the danger and keep floating where it's safe to do so. Things happen on the river very, very quickly, and it's unforgiving. It'll swallow you and spit you right back out. So good to keep your head clear, especially those manning the oars. Got the lives of other people in your hands. You want to make sure that they're safe at all times. That's why we call ourselves professional guides. We get from point A to point B safely. It's only fishing. We don't take any risks and put people in danger. So keep that in mind when you're floating the river. So the river's kind of adjusting right now, bug-wise. We're seeing, you know, a lot of our late spring bugs finish up. Golden stones over, green drakes have finished up. Big green drake hatch last week. It just blew up, and haven't seen any this week. So that one's pretty much over. Still a few PMDs milling around. You might run into a hatch of them, and a few caddis here and there too. So with high flows up on the river, we got some warm temperatures coming the next week. Really going to push our terrestrial fishing into full gear. You can see the grasses up along the banks. Trout love to take refuge in there during the day, get shade. Lots of predator birds on the river that love to eat trout, so the big trout love to take refuge in along those grasses. And then they can eat hoppers, ants, beetles, even non-aquatic bugs that are living in those grasses. Get these winds going that the Kittitas Valley is famous for, and it can blow bugs into the water pretty easily, which become a major portion of the trout's diet. So kind of time of year when you can fish a wide variety of different patterns, especially dry fly patterns, and have a lot of success. So if you have any questions, we appreciate you watching, appreciate your support. Contact the pro shop if you have any questions, any needs. Give us a call, we'll help you out, and we'll have a report for you next week just before the 4th of July. Till then, everybody have a great day, and we'll hope to see you.
Anyhow, if you have any questions, feel free to contact the pro shop, or if you want to go on a guided trip, we'd love to host you. Have a great day, tight lines, and we will see you out here.